So we are Israel United in Christ, and we came to Binghamton, New York, to teach our people the solutions to our problems. The problems that has been plaguing our community for years. It's been the same way. And what's the solution? God's laws.
That's right.
God's laws. That's what we don't have in the community. That's what we're missing. We don't need marches. We don't need parades. We don't need these things. We need God's laws back in our communities, back in our lives. Give me that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Read.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the...
If thou shalt hearken diligently, listen diligently to what?
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments.
To observe and to do all his commandments. All his commandments. That's the Big Ten and every other commandment. Commandments that we're not keeping in our community. Loving one another. We hate each other. We rob each other. We steal from each other. We sleep with the next man's wife, next man's girlfriend.
Right.
These things are plaguing our community. These are issues we gotta fix.
Wake them up.
And what's gonna fix it? God's laws.
That's right.
Coming back to our nationality. What's your name, bro? What's your name?
Bro, where's your stuff right here? Where's your stuff right here?
What's your name?
Your nationality.
I remember you. You was down the block, right?
Yeah, this guy was walking away.
What's your name?
Ricky?
Ricky? So Thomas, Ricky, what's your name?
Family, bro.
So Thomas and Ricky.
Family.
Look at this sign right here. Where's your father from? From America? Where's your father from, Thomas? American Indian? Which one? Point to it. Oh, y'all brothers.
Yeah.
So your father's from where?
Where the rest of your father from?
This one. Judah. Judah. So that's what God calls you. That's the tribe you're from. Judah. Where are you from? Where's your father from? Jamaica? So we got a Judite and we got a Benjamite. Right here. That's you. That's your tribe right here. The tribe of Benjamin. A mighty brother from Benjamin. You understand that? You're an Israelite, and you guys are Israelites. That's what we came to Binghamton, New York, to teach you that you are Israelites. And as Israelites, you got to do what? Keep God's laws.
That's right.
Keep God's laws. It's not a game. Keep God's laws to live. You wonder why life seems so mundane, it seems regular? It's like you're going through the motions because that's not how you're supposed to live.
Right.
You got to come back to how God wanted you to be.
Right.
To keep his laws, to teach his people, to raise up your nation. You see this right here? We got a big job to do. We got to raise up the 12 tribes.
Wake them up.
Back to who they are. And it's not by marches, it's not by parades, not by parties. It's by coming together as brothers, as sisters, and applying this. So let me ask you something. You guys were born here? No. Where y'all were born at? Orange County? What about you? Where? New York City? Okay, so you guys lived here for a couple of years. So what is wrong with this community? What's wrong with this neighborhood? Tell me some issues that you see in this neighborhood. Come closer, I can't hear you.
I love it.
You love this neighborhood. You love how you see it. You love what you see. What about you, Thomas? What about you? No, what is wrong? What is wrong with the community?
I feel like the home.
So poverty. You would say poverty. So as a curse from God, he put us in this position, in poverty. Why? To wake us up. To put afflictions on us so that we would remember ourselves. So give me Deuteronomy 28, verse, yes.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 29.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as a blind gropeth in darkness.
So Moses is speaking to the Israelites, and he's saying, you will grope at noonday. You will be lost. You will be lost for generations. You will be lost not knowing that you are an Israelite. You are a Jew. Read.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy way.
Thou shalt not prosper in your ways. Your community will be dilapidated. You understand? There will be no... Do we have businesses that's thriving in our own communities? Or is it the Arabs, the Chinese? Don't you see that? Don't you see that? You don't have a problem with that? It should be our businesses in our communities, right? Right or wrong? You agree? What about you? You agree? So, read on.
And thou shalt be only oppressed oppressed and spoiled evermore.
Thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore. This is a generational curse. Meaning, from the time this happened, it was going to keep on happening. Keep on happening. And now it's on us. Read.
And no man shall save thee.
And no man shall save you. Guess who tried? Marcus Garvey tried. Martin Luther King tried, right? They failed. Because what? What were they missing? What were they missing? I've been saying it over and over. What were they missing? God's laws. That's the key. Because that's what we were given. We weren't given Egyptology. We weren't given the Baptist church. We weren't given these things. We weren't given God's laws to govern ourselves as the Israelites. Jump to verse 48.
Verse 48. This is the book of Deuteronomy, 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Therefore, because you didn't listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, it said what?
Thou shalt serve thy enemies.
You're going to serve your enemies. Guess how? When you clock in, you're serving your enemy. When you pay those taxes at the end of the year, you're serving your enemy. When you got to pay a toll to go from city to city, you're serving your enemy. You don't pay it to one of us. You don't pay it to your brother. You pay it to the system, the government. And who runs the government? Who runs America? Is it us? Is it the Chinese? The white man. It's keys. God was giving us keys. So when the time is now, when y'all stopped here, y'all gonna say, oh, it makes sense. All these things make sense. Read on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
In hunger. How do you serve your enemy in hunger? Like for instance, that juice right there, bro. That juice right there. How did you serve your enemy for that? You bought it with his money. You understand? Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
In hunger. In hunger. Do we own the farms? Do we own the resources that we need to eat? We gotta buy it from another nation. God said, this is a curse that I'm gonna put on you people, you Israelites, for not listening to me. Read on.
And in thirst, and in nakedness.
And in thirst and in nakedness. The clothes that you buy. We didn't make it. We don't own the textile factories. We don't own the cotton. We don't own these things. It's the other nations, and God said we were going to serve them for it.
Hey, his grandma told him that he's an Israelite.
You know you're an Israelite. So what tribe you from? We're going to figure out today. Stick around. Read on.
And on one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he, that enemy that God sent against us, is going to put a yoke of iron on our neck.
Colorful and
Now sis,
Caucasian.
who put the yokes of iron on our neck? I want y'all to answer this question too. Who put the yokes of iron on our neck? Huh?
White man.
We put the yoke on our own selves?
No, the white man did it.
The white man. The white man did it. That's history. That's our history. That happened. That's a fact.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
You can't prove that.
Ourselves.
So say it, read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have destroyed thee. So, question.
Yes.
Brother with the white shirt.
Yes.
Are the yokes of iron still on our neck, on our hands, on our feet? Are they still on our body?
They in your mind.
I don't see one on your neck. So what are you talking about? Okay.
The word
in our
has
mind.
conditioned us.
Right.
It's all in
so
our mind.
hold on. Read that again. Read that part again.
Sorry about that. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have destroyed thee. So what does that mean? We are destroyed. The yokes of iron came off when we were destroyed. How are we destroyed? By serving a white Jesus. They beat this into our foreparents. You understand? Hey, bro. They beat this into our foreparents. And now, as a society, as black people, we worship a white Jesus. You understand? We're in Baptist church, Catholic church, Pentecostal. All of those things God never gave us. You understand? God never gave us those religions. He gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's all he gave us. How to live. You understand? Read on. 68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now the Lord shall bring us into Egypt again. So now, what's the historical background, the context of this right here? We're in the book of what? What book are we in? Deuteronomy. Now the children of Israel, they left Egypt, right? So God is saying, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt. What is he saying? What was our condition in Egypt? I'm asking you. Slaves. Right. We were slaves in Egypt. So God is saying, I'm going to put you back into slavery. But there's going to be a difference. Read on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now, look at this sign. How did the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come to this side of the world? You. How did we get on this side of the world? No. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
It wasn't a boat, it was a ship. What kind of ship? Was it a cruise ship? What kind of ship was it? A what? No. You. A slave ship. A cargo slave ship. And guess who was a cargo on that ship? You. Us. You see this? When you look closely, this is how they packed us in the boat, in the ship. This is how they packed us, men and women. Y'all were on the boat, we were on the boat, together. You understand? So God said, because you don't listen to my laws, I'm going to put you back into slavery, but this time on ships. You understand? Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see no more again.
You will not see your homeland again. Have you gone back to your homeland? No. What about you? You have? Where's your homeland? Jerusalem. Have you been to Jerusalem? No. Read on.
Ye shall, no, sorry about that. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
What were we when we came? When we landed on this side of the world? What were we? What was our status? Were we free citizens? We were slaves. So read that again.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there, wherever that ship stopped.
Pure blackness, oneness so rare. So much love to care. Let them know they missing out. Mama Africa has so much love to share. Sweet blackness, oneness, be there. So much love to care. Let them know they missing out. Sing again. This for all the love and the life took away. Don't forget we were bought and traded. Ripped from the land and shipped away. I is the inspiration we use to survive. You have to see it with your own pride. Don't play, add it up and upright. You don't know the land is so gold and green. Place is so fresh and clean. And every day I water my garden. Tell it you feel it deep in your heart. And the space is so cool and nice. Visit once, guaranteed to visit twice. And if you just believe in the Most High, I know you'll be alright. Mama Africa has so yeah. Pure blackness, oneness, so rare. So much love to care. And let them know they missing out. Mama Africa, you so much love to share.
Either in America, Jamaica, Guyana, anywhere that ship stopped.
And there thou shalt be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
For bondmen and bondwomen. What does that mean? Slave men and slave women. You see, our community is divided. We have men against women. That's not how it's supposed to be. We're a family. We're a nation. We got to work together to do what? To get back to our rulership. That's where we were. That's where we were. So what did we go over so far? Sis with the dreads, what did we go over so far?
I was talking to her.
Okay, so what did we go over so far? What have you been listening to so far? We learned that we are the Israelites, and God said, because you didn't listen to me, I'm going to put you on slave ships. And it happened. Did it not happen? Yes or no? It happened, right? Right, bro? It happened, right? So that's our past. So what does this make the Bible? A true book. That's right. This Bible is a true book. It's our history. You understand? It's our history.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.